All right, what's going on, guys? We're back with another Dokkan battle video, and today we are taking a look at our boy LR Wrathful Broly at 55%. So this is the newest LR for the TDC Part 2. I think he's going to be very good, especially in longer form content. So we're going to try to take him in some longer fights, maybe then see how he does in a shorter fight. I think that's kind of where his downfall is going to be, just because he needs time to kind of build up. That's kind of his whole shtick, right? So let's go ahead and let's jump in and let's test out how good our boy here is at 55%.
Believe how incredible Broly is.
But still, it's not right. Stop that, Broly! No!
Oh man, so many Brolys, so little time. Dude, this is so cool. Okay, so let's take a look at our boy here and see what he does. So this is the friend unit. It's going to be at 79%. I couldn't find a friend 55. So this is the friend unit, 79%. So we'll kind of have a look, I guess, at 55% is going to be my unit. And then maybe a look at one that has a couple dupes in it. You know, a little bit of twofer here in the same video. But Broly himself, let's see what he does. So he's got his instant animation, no condition, no nothing, right? He just shows up, he's on his turn, and he gets it. With his instant animation, he's going to have Ki plus 4 damage reduction up by 40% for 1 turn, and Ki plus 3 damage reduction up by 30% for 3 turns. So basically, for the first turn, he's going to have 70% damage reduction. And then for his next turn, he's going to lose the 40%. He's going to keep 30% of it. And then after that third turn, and he comes back again, it's gone. He's got no more damage reduction there. But the idea here is that he is building up his defense a lot by doing a bunch of attacks. So we'll see. We'll see how well that actually does help him without having the damage reduction. So his basic effect, he's got attack and defense up by 260%, and he guards. Having guard is great. It'll definitely help, especially once all the damage reduction is gone. It's not going to be a saving grace, but it'll at least do something. Then we've got for every attack performed, he gets Ki plus 1 up to 5, defense up by 50% up to 400%, and chance to perform a crit from up by 20% all the way to 100%. So every time he attacks, he's going to build up more and more defense, more Ki, more crit chance. Crit is taken care of here, right? The more attacks you do, he's going to get 100% crit. You don't need to build it in his passive. He's got the base 5, which is basically useless because he already got it here in his passive. Then for every attack that he actually receives, he's going to get Ki plus 1 up to 5. Again, attack up by 40% to 300%. And launch an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super up to 4 times. So basically, you want him to get hit, and then you want him to hit back. So every time he gets hit, he's getting more attack. He's gaining chances to do more supers, or more attacks with a chance of it being a super. And then every time he retaliates back, and he hits back, he's gaining more and more defense. He's getting that crit chance back up, and it just goes full circle. For every super attack the enemy launches at the character, he's going to get an additional 30% attack and defense. So this is launched at him. It does not mean he has to get hit. He can dodge. So if you got a super coming in, you dodge it, you're good. It still counts. If you get hit, still counts. If you counter, still counts. So, and this is permanent stacking. So every time you got a super coming at him, every time something happens to him with a super, he's getting an additional 30% attack and defense. When receiving an unarmed super attack, he does have a great chance to nullify, gain 260% attack, temporarily and counter with tremendous power. So unarmed supers is his big thing that he's going to end up countering. So you got the super attack launch at you. You get the 30% attack and defense. If it's an unarmed, you've got a chance to actually counter back, which is going to be incredible. And with all the stacking he does, it's going to be great because every super, 18 key, 12 key, doesn't matter. He is raising attack and defense. So his 18 key is raise attack and defense, cause mega colossal damage. His 12 key is raise attack and defense and cause colossal damage. So stacking attack and defense, every single attack he does with the additionals built in here, he's going to be very good. Like if you get lucky and all your additional attacks are supers, he's going to build up very, very fast and he's going to look very good, I think. So I'm pretty excited for it. He does have an active skill as well. This can basically be activated from the 3rd turn from his entry. So basically, since we got this Broly on turn 1, he comes back on turn 3, he's going to have his active. No condition, just going to have it. It's going to massively raise attack temporarily, cause ultimate damage to the enemy, give you 60% defense, and be able to see where a super attack is for 1 turn, which does again help with gaining that extra 30% attack and defense from his passive. So that's why that's in there. Okay, so enough talk. Let's go ahead and we'll do this. We're going to put Broly in the 2nd slot just in case if we don't kill. He is going to get a bunch of attacks done on him, which is going to help to build his attack up more. Another thing I want to look at was his actual battle motion. Dude, it's sick. That's actually really cool. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Okay, let's do this. And then we'll go ahead and do that. And let's see. So if we don't take out Goku Black, Broly's getting a bunch of attacks aimed at him. The possibility of him getting a super aimed at him is pretty high as well. So maybe we'll get another additional bonus here in this turn. We'll see. But I think for Broly, my initial take, you know, without having used him yet, without having seen anything on him yet, I think that long form content, and I'm talking long form, like maybe it doesn't always have to be like Festival of Battles long, but a mode like Festival of Battles, he's gonna do incredible, I think. Okay, so additional is a normal, he's countering. Awesome. So he didn't get a super aimed at him, so he's getting a 30% attack and defense, and then he also countered. Fantastic. So he took 3 hits. Basically, he's starting to build up. I think he only needs to really take 5. No, so he needs to take 8 hits, or no, he needs to perform 8 attacks in order to get his full passive for his defense. Yeah. As for attacking, he's got to still do, he's still got quite a bit he's got to do, or to get attacked, right? All right, so now we're going in here. This is my Broly, so this is the 55% Broly. We're going to put him in slot 1 because I want to see, 1, there's 2 attacks coming in right there. So that's 2 times that he's going to be able to build up a little bit of ki, build up a little more attack, and be able to launch additional attacks with a chance of becoming a super, which means we're going to launch at least 3 attacks this time. There's no additional built into my guy, right? Because he is fresh. Level 1 links, no skill orbs on him, no nothing. So he'll do at least 3 attacks this turn because he's gonna get hit twice. And one of them was a super, so that definitely gained another 30% attack and defense. Plus we countered it, so we took no damage. Nice. He's at 10 million already. Just from getting hit twice. And plus one of them being a super, I guess. That helps too. That extra 30% does help as well. And then with every attack he's doing here, he's raising his attack and defense. So he's going to get stronger. He's going to get beefier. Okay, so the second one was not a super, which does kind of suck. But then he did get hit again, which gives us 3 hits. So he's well on his way. Now, I think in the beginning, he's not going to look super impressive. It is nice that we did counter, right, the supers with both Broly's. The only thing is that in the beginning, he's got his most damage reduction. So now, coming on the next turns with these guys, they're going to lose their 40% damage reduction, which is going to make them a little bit more vulnerable. But, and then we have the active ready, right? Because this is his technical 3rd turn from his entry. Let's go ahead and let's do this. Pick up those. Just grab those. So he's going to hit again. Yep, he does not have his 40% damage reduction, which does hurt him again in the long run. And this guy, when he comes back again, he's going to have no damage reduction left. So that's why we're hoping he can do some additional supers here to kind of build himself up. And they're all normals. Yeah, and that's the way it's going to be sometimes with him, and that's what really sucks, is that they're not guaranteed supers. Which would have been, that would have been insane, honestly. Like, in the long run, thinking about it, probably would have been too much because of how much he's going to end up stacking over time. But I do hate that. A lot of the times you're going to see this, man, some of those additionals, they're just going to end up being normals like this. Okay, so going to get Zamasu now. My only fear is if he supers before Broly gets a chance to attack and we get hit, he's going to seal us, and it's going to hurt us on being able to do more supers. But luckily, I mean, thinking about it, for him to gain his ki, to gain his defense, to gain his crit chance, it is only every attack performed, right? In order for him to stack from his 18-12 ki, he does need to do supers. But for his passive, every attack performed doesn't need to be a super. So every time he attacks, even if it is normals, he's gaining ki, he's gaining defense, and he's gaining his crit chance up for the next time that he is able to super. So let's go ahead and let's transform this Broly. Okay, now let's do this. It doesn't matter how much ki we really get with him. He doesn't get a bonus for having full ki. Let's go ahead and pick those. And then we can grab those. All right, let's just hope he doesn't get supered right away. I mean, the super's good for his passive. Yeah, here we go. For his passive. But it does hurt because now he's not able to attack. It did do a big amount of damage to him, right? Because he does not have a lot of damage reduction left. This guy, still got his 30% damage reduction. A 30% damage reduction with guard, with not a lot of defense, like doesn't really do all that much for you. And that's what's gonna hurt, right? And that's why he wants these longer form battles where he has the chance to stack his defense. But now, this one, my Broly, who is on this turn right now, should have his full passive up at this point, I believe. I believe he's received enough attacks. I think he's done enough attacks that he is fully built up from his passive, other than getting more and more supers launched at him, right? So, we'll see kind of more how he performs. We just need him to actually just do more supers. Okay, let's go like this. Again, doesn't matter how much ki we grab with Broly. We'll pick up this for the AGL Broly, and for you, it really doesn't matter. Let's see, can we avoid getting super right away? Or do, and I guess we'll see how his defense is. I mean, the other one took 200k. He took double digits. So I think that's the difference between like one that's built up a little bit more than the other. Again, he is sealed now, so he's not gonna be doing any supers. He's not gonna be any stacked again, which does suck. But he did take a super, so he did at least get the 30% attack and defense, and he got a chance to perform a bunch of attacks. So he's good, man. He's good to go. So whenever you do actually be able to get some supers off with them, we're gonna be able to see what that number looks like after receiving all these attacks, after getting the full 300% attack build up, and then being able to have the chance to launch up to 4 additional supers. So, I mean, with that, if you're able to get the 4 additional supers built up from his passive, you have the opportunity to do 6 supers with Broly in one turn, right? You have his normal super that he's gonna do. You've got the additional possibility of 4 supers. And then if you have additional built into his hidden potential, that could be your 6th, which is crazy. I don't know what the hell is happening there with the sound. So what I'm gonna do, in the interest of our Broly being able to actually do something, let's do this.
Where do you think you're going? I'm preparing the rocket so he can escape the explosion.
In a rocket built for one person.
Now, Broly might kill. If he doesn't, that'll give us a chance to see our Broly actually do something else here. Kind of just taking the chance. I mean, either way, you know, if we put our Broly up front and he gets supered, which now he's not going to, yeah, now of course he's not going to super up front. You jackass. Fucking hate that. But yes, if our Broly gets a chance to attack here, we'll be able to see him do a couple, at least do 1 super, right? To get some kind of stacking in. And then once we go to the next phase, that's where like the fight really starts. Okay, good. Thank you, Zamsu, for dodging that. And we're gonna have type advantage. So being able to see him stack a little bit more in that fight is gonna be, dude, I mean, 26 at 55% with not a whole lot of stacking done yet, just with his passive built up. Nice. There's at least 2 supers. I'll take it. Good. Good. Every little build up helps for sure. Okay, so now with this one, let's go ahead and put Broly up front. He is going to take a super. There's going to be a super. I guarantee it. He's not going to counter it because it's not an unarmed super. I want to know how well he takes it. Now, this is the 79% unit up here, of course. So it'll be a little bit different than a 55%. But with his defense here, so he's got what? 2,000 or 2 million defense. I mean, we'll see. I'm gonna let it ride, and we're just gonna try it out. If he dies, that sucks. If he doesn't, then we'll be good to go. Let's do that. Okay, so super right away. Let's see what his defense does for us here. I mean, it's still not bad, but I mean, some of the other bosses and some of the other events are gonna hit a hell of a lot harder than that, and that's gonna really hurt. Okay, good. More supers. additional normals. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, we got another super in there, so that's good. So that's another stack for him. Yeah, dude, I just want to see how he is, like, deep towards the end of this fight and how strong he can really get. I don't know if we want to use the active just yet. I kind of want to let him build up a little bit more still. Because the actives, I mean, the active's gonna give us a little bit more defense for the turn. It's gonna let us see where the super attack is, which is good. But, I mean, it really doesn't. If you don't have a chance to like build up enough before using it, it's not going to hit as hard. So I do want to have a chance to kind of build up a little bit more first. Let's go ahead and throw in slot 1 again, just because if the super comes in, I want him to get hit because I want to see how he does. And then maybe on the next turn, either the next turn or the following turn with mine. We'll probably do mine. We're going to use his active and see how well he does. Provided we don't die right here. Let's just do this. So it really doesn't matter. Okay, so he did super first. I mean, 26 mil, okay. And then keep in mind, this one is the 55% unit. There you go, come on, let's get some more supers in there. One more? Yeah, of course not. There it is. Nice. Good. Stacks on stacks, baby. Now, can you super us? Yeah, there's the extra 30%. Now, how do you take it after supering? Okay, still a pretty big hit, right? Because, again, he does not have any sort of damage reduction on him. Yes, he has guard. And yes, he has a lot of defense built up. But without the damage reduction, he's gonna get hurt. It's gonna hurt. Okay, so for this turn, I think what we're gonna do, we're probably gonna transform the AGL Broly. And we'll let him go into his domain. So that's gonna give us a little bit more of a boost, right? Attack and defense, additional attack and defense for Exploding Rage or movie bosses, which we fall into. The entire team does, right? Because we're running Broly as the leader, the new Broly, and he does lead Exploding Rage. So we'll definitely be getting that extra boost there. And then the super class thing doesn't matter because none of these guys are super class. They're all extreme. Let's go ahead and let's transform him. So this is going to boost the enemy as well, right? Because he is extreme, but he's not going to get the additional bit from movie boss or Exploding Rage. So I don't believe they're Exploding Rage. Okay, so I think we're going to keep it like this. Hopefully we don't die. But I guess we'll see. So we could do... Let's see, with the 79%, let's see what his active looks like, and then we'll compare it on the next turn, hopefully, to the 55%.
If they keep fighting, Broly's gonna be killed!
We can't let this be his end.
that did a lot. that did a lot. Holy shit. Yeah. And it definitely raised our defense up a lot. Let's do this. The super is going to be coming in here. So we'll grab that. Pick up all those. And we'll just do that. And then hope that we don't die back there. Oh, they're getting a Dokkan attack. I didn't even pay attention to that. I definitely would have rather waited to do that with the 55% unit, but 79% will do, I guess. Okay, let's see. With a Dokkan attack, how much damage is this guy going to do? I was very impressed with that active. The active numbers had me impressed. Yeah, 83. Damn. Yeah, he's guaranteed crit, man. He's got his full crit built up. He's hitting harder. He's hitting a lot harder now. Jeez, yeah, we're up to 30 mils for his 12 key. It's insane. And then, yeah, I mean, he is getting the boost right from the domain, so that's mostly part of it, right? The domain boost here is definitely helping him out. All right, let's see the super. Double digits. Hey, yeah, we take it. We take it. Take it all day. And again, I mean, it's another super attack. He gets another 30% attack and defense boost. I don't think Zamasu and Goku Black are gonna... Well, I don't know. They'll probably survive this round. Because this Broly is not hitting as hard. I won't say as hard as he used to, but comparatively... I mean, we used to watch this guy's numbers and we were like, holy shit. Now you watch his numbers, so you're kind of just like, yeah, he's okay. Doing he easy A's. Not this next anniversary, but the anniversary after. Oh boy. He's gonna be a monster. Alright, let's see. Let's hope that this Broly doesn't die from these slaps coming in. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so what I want to see here is Broly in a shorter fight. That's kind of the idea here. A shorter, harder fight to kind of test how Broly looks in one of these. So in the longer form content, I think is where he's going to shine. I think it's where he's going to do really well, right? We saw him do pretty good in the other Red Zone fight against the Zamasu Goku Black. Now against Gogeta is definitely going to be a little bit tougher. I'd say a lot of it tougher. So what we're going to do here is first we're going to do this, because as much as I want Broly to take the super, right now is probably the best time for him to take a super because he's got the most damage reduction. But I also want him to get a bunch of hits. Like, I want him to get hit a lot. So slot one's where most of the hits are going to come in. Golden Friezas should be able to take the supers just fine, so I'm not as worried about them. So let's go ahead and let's run it like this. We'll do... Let's see, we're not able to get his 18 key, which it hurt. It sucks, right? Because 18 key obviously has more damage, but it doesn't affect his stacking, because no matter what, it's still just raise attack and defense for both. It's not, you know, he doesn't have a greatly raise for one, you know, raise for another. It's the same for both no matter what. So as long as he is getting his super attack, he's going to be doing damage and he's going to be stacking. And those normals are doing a lot more than what I thought they were going to do for a 70% damage reduction with guard. And now I get, like, he hasn't built up any defense yet, but that goes to show his starting defense before being able to stack at all, or before building up his passive, is not that great. And we just got all additional normals, so that kind of sucked. And now, you know, you see that now he's taking double digits because he's done a bunch of attacks. So now his defense is starting to raise, which is good. But in the get-go, in the start, he's a little squishy. At least for, you know, some of these fights now, man, they're just hard. They are just hard, and they hit you really hard, really fast. So we'll see how long this fight lasts. I'm not expecting to actually win. I just kind of want to see how well he does in one of these shorter form content fights, which we're seeing a lot more of now. Right, these harder, shorter fights, and then but then also now they're adding more missions to Festival, which is good for a unit like Broly to be able to take in there and be able to actually run through that. Okay, so back on rotation with him here. We do have his active. Again, I don't want to use it yet. So I'm putting him in slot 1 again. He's going to have less damage reduction. He doesn't have 70% anymore now. He's only got 30. He did get a chance to do super. He was able to stack a little bit more of his defense from his passive. So I think he'll still be okay with the normals here. But I do want to take one more turn to hopefully be able to do a couple more stacks and then use his active, see how well he performs. And then, yeah, and then that's basically going to be the video, I think. And then we'll just kind of run and see until we die somewhere, or if we win, like, who knows. But let's run it like this. Let's do... do we want to keep it like this, or do we want to go this? Where do you get more links? 3. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much, I guess. Let's do... Yeah, there's no real difference here. So I think we're going to keep... We'll keep the gods here just with them because they're all Saiyans. Just keep the Saiyans together. Screw it. So let's do this. Pick up those. I'll grab those. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, dude, he gets hit hard, man. That damage reduction going away really hurts. Yeah, without the stacking, without all the defense, he's gonna get hit hard, and that's not very good. That's not a very good look for Broly. But again, I think that's again a testament to, I think he's just a festival unit, man. I think that's what he's built for. He's built for festival. You know, they dropped the extreme tech necessity for one of the missions. I feel like they built him with that in mind. I mean, he's also just not a slot 1 unit, and that's also evident here, where after doing supers or after getting his time to attack, instead of taking 100k per normal, he's taking double digits. Right? He's not a slot 1, and that's very obvious. I mean, we knew that. So basically what I want to do is the next turn we'll come back, we'll put him in slot 2, we'll use his active, and then we'll just kind of see how he looks after that. Actually, we might put him in slot 1 because I think the next time we come back, Gogeta might be supering in slot 1 at that point. I believe, unless it's the next turn he just starts doing that, but I don't know, we'll see. So either way, we're going to come back on the next turn with Broly and use his active and then kind of see how he looks there. And then pretty much that's going to be the video. That's it. Yeah, they took that very well. It's their first turn, so they got a lot of damage. They take hits like nothing, man. All right, so in that last one, we ended up getting killed, of course, because we decided not to dodge and we died. So now we're jumping in here. I want to finish this off basically by doing Broly's active Again, he's only supered 4 times out of all the chances that we kind of have, so he hasn't had a chance to really build up that much. But this does give us a good look at, you know, after attacking a couple times, you know, kind of seeing where he is at this point in the fight. So we'll go ahead, we'll use his active. Let's go ahead and make sure that's good. And this will pretty much be it. We're going to do this and then finish the turn out pretty much. And whether we win or lose, whatever, it doesn't matter. Pretty much calling it there, and that's going to be it. So let's go ahead and let's see this boy's active one last time.
If they keep fighting, Broly's gonna be killed!
We can't let this be his end.
Yeah, so really not a lot. Like, not a lot of damage, just because, again, he didn't really get a chance to do a lot. So wasn't really expecting him to get a crazy number there. But just imagine, like, only 4 supers and he already did a 28 mil crit. You get a few more supers in there and dude, he's gonna like skyrocket those numbers. So let's go ahead, let's finish out the turn. We'll see kind of what happens here. Again, not really expecting to win. I'm pretty sure this is kind of the end. And we will pretty much call it for the 55% showcase for LR Broly. And we'll kind of go over our last little, you know, judgment of him here at the end. All right, guys, so that was our initial look at the new LR Wrathful Broly. I will say that I'm not as impressed as I was hoping to be. But again, we didn't really get to take him into like a really long fight, which is what he's built for. These shorter, harder fights, not his strong suit. Like the Gogeta one, you know, stuff like that, like those aren't really where he's suited for. Things like Festival of Battles or any sort of like longer form content where it's multiple turns. That's where you're going to see him perform a lot better. You know, seeing some of the numbers that he did in the first fight we did against the Goku Black Zamasu, he did really well. And then you put him in the shorter fight and he struggles. But, I mean, that's just a testament to how the fights are nowadays and some of the stuff going on. So, overall, I think he is a good unit. I think he's very good. He's very cool. I love his animations. I love his card art. I love the character. I just think that, you know, having him as a full-on stacking unit is cool. And I think he will perform very, very well in certain events. But, again, he is going to be limited, I think, to what type of events he does better in than others. Really, he's not an all-around, you know, powerhouse, throw him in whatever, and he's just going to slaughter. He needs time to build up, and that's where his downfall is. But I mean, if that's his shortcoming, I'd still say he's pretty good. So that's gonna do it for the video. So if you guys stuck around to the end, I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think of the new LR Wrathful Broly. Do you like him? Do you hate him? Is there something that you would change about him? If there is, what would you change about him? And let me know your guys' thoughts on the character overall. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!